Okay, so I'm pissed. So estimated 50 children out of Alabama, which happen to be all Hispanic immigrant children, were found to be working at a metal stamp factory for Hyundai, the car. Children as young as 12 working in Hyundai-owned plant in Alabama. So let's read this article. Children as young as 12 have been discovered working at a Hyundai-owned metal stamping plant in Alabama, and other workers at the factory estimate that as many as 50 underage people have been employed at the facility. That according to a horrific expose detailing the exploitation of child labor in Hyundai's subsidiary factory in the small Alabama town of Laverne, published July 22nd by Reuters, investigating the disappearance of a child from a family of Guatemalan immigrants. The news agency discovered that this child, now 14, as well as her brothers, aged 12 and 15, had worked at the smart metal stamping plant in Laverne earlier that year. The children were not attending school, spending their days instead working in the Hyundai-owned factory. This family's experience is not the only isolated case, however. Tabitha Moultrie, another worker at the smart plant, noted that the facility has had a high turnover rate and that while she was employed there, she worked alongside an immigrant girl who looked 11 or 12 years old. When Moultrie asked, the girl said she was 13. When outrage spilled out in the local news media after the revelation, this plant dismissed many underage workers who were on its staff. Right here, they deny all of it, the metal stamping plant and Hyundai. But what's interesting is that they have a bunch of OSHA violations already. And if you're like Maria Fernanda, people work all the time when they're teenagers. You're right. I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I'm saying is that there are requirements. First, for Alabama, you have to be either 14 or 15. They don't say 14 and 15. It says 14 or 15. And second, as you can see down here, you're supposed to have a letter from your school. These children were not going to school. Like, we're marginalized already, the Hispanic community, and now we're being even more exploited because of it. And now you're exploiting our children. That's not okay, dude. Like, when did that become alright? And we live in 2020. I don't understand how we are still dealing with this shit. As a Hispanic community, we should do better because they're not looking out for us.